Hello everybody, this is RunnerGuitar and welcome once again to Sonic Generations. We have just finished the classic version of Planet Wisp, so now let's go over my least favorite stage of the modern version of Planet Wisp. Now the reason why this is my least favorite version is for the following. Like I mentioned before, I loved the original version of Planet Wisp in Sonic Colors. The music was beautiful. In this case, for this remix, it's pretty much the same track, but they took away part of the bass line and the pianos are not as strong. Now something that I will keep this stage though, the outside areas of Planet Wisp, like the one that we're in right now, look beautiful. It makes me wish that they had made Sonic Colors HD or something. However, that was not the case, and because of that we got this. The problem also is that the level design is not that good either. It's, like I mentioned before in the classic stage, it's like they took all the acts from the Colors version of this stage and then put them into one simple level, and that just ruined it for me, because while those levels were around a minute long or so, well, this stage is like 10 minutes or maybe 8 sometimes, and I absolutely loathe that. If I'm gonna play this stage, I wanna be able to do it quickly like I did with the other stages. And not only that, we're only here in the outside areas for a very short time, so enjoy them while you can. Afterwards we're back to the factory and we pretty much look the same way that we did in the Wii version, so I don't get much of the difference. I still don't understand what made them wanna put all of those acts together, or why the stage is designed this way. And actually I will say that modern version is a bit more boring than classic version. Like, the classic version is more frustrating because of the sorry, because of the spike wisp, but modern is bland and boring because the only wisp that we get is Rocket, which we're about to see pretty soon, but all of that Rocket does is you charge it up, you shoot it into the sky, and that's it. In other colors, once you did that, as you can see right now, you fall slowly, like if you were doing a free falling, but no, in this case you just fly up, destroy something, and then you move on. And I find that really boring. I want more, and oops, sorry about that. When I wanna do this stage, or when I'm thinking Sonic Colors, I think lots of wisp, lots of alternate pathways, lots of shit that I can do, and okay, that was horrible. Okay, yeah, like I said, this is actually the stage that I replayed the least because I found it so bland. I usually try and do all the other stages, and I never, actually, through my playthroughs, I've only tried to do Planet Wisp many times just to get the S rank, but I've never done it because I've enjoyed it, just do it for completion's sake. And that is very disappointing, considering that I do love this game and I do enjoy everything that it does except for this one stage, and I wanted to be able to enjoy it. Besides, look at me, I'm ranting more in this stage than I was in Crisis City. That should not be happening considering how much I love Sonic Colors. But anyway, this stage actually, I wouldn't consider the hardest stage. Again, Crisis City and Root of Run for me are the hardest stages, but this is just bland. And I do land this stage just because I don't care for this stage. I don't care about playing it, I don't care about replaying it, and I don't care about learning what stuff is it for me, because I think Solaris Paradox from Brain Squash Camp said it the best in his particular playthrough. He said that this was the Sandopolis of this game, and I can agree with him in the sense that this stage is long and drawn out. Like, they could have worked, but because it's so long and boring and bland and every other name that you can give it, then it just becomes bothersome. It's almost like I don't want it here anymore. Like, when I saw it on the trailers, I was just like, oh my god, it's Planet Wisp now in HD, and now I can play it even better and with classic, and I get this. And it was very disappointing considering that Planet Wisp, at least musically and visually, was my favorite stage in the Sonic Colors. Anyway, here we have something new that I don't remember if it was in Colors or not, but now you can write these, shall we say, construction carts, and with the boost button you can actually make them, well, boost. You can use this to destroy carts before you destroy egg pawns, or you can use it just to speed up the pace. The problem is that Sonic's momentum doesn't carry with it. Like, you will jump and you'll jump at a normal speed. You won't jump at a boost speed, and I guess that's a bit of a problem. Like, if I'm going that fast, I'm expecting to jump with that amount of speed. I feel like when I jump in this... Oh, fuck you! Like I was saying, when I jump in this stage, I feel like if I'm jumping at that speed, I expect to jump with that amount of momentum. I don't expect to go like a turtle space, like if I was jumping without the boost. Like, I don't expect... If I'm doing boost jumping, I don't expect to jump like at the speed that I'm doing now. I expect to jump at an actual like fast pace. But alas, that is not the case, and this is the stage that we got, so I gotta live with that. There is not much I can say about this stage. It's Planet Wisp, only worse. Sometimes with the with the rocket, what you can do is charge it up and try and get to so it goes faster. But rocket works on a time limit like Spike, so this is pretty much what happens. Let's say you activate rocket and you don't charge it up. Okay, you didn't charge it up, it will go at its normal speed upwards and you'll reach, let's say, 10 feet. But if you charge it up, it'll go faster, because you charge it up, you wasted more time and you'll go 10 feet only faster than before. Or pretty much at the same speed that before, because you're pretty much using the same amount of time. So, why you only get these ones? I mean, I don't really care if they look better than or worse than the original version. What bothers me is that we only got 2 Wisp when we could have done one entire stage dedicated to all the Wisp, because we had Laser, which allowed you to bounce from enemies or from crystals, Rocket, which you already know, Spike, you already know, Frenzy, which allowed you to eat like a freaking demonic Pac-Man everything before you. You had Hover, which was pretty much Tails, which meant that you can fly at a slow speed, but you could also do a light speed dash on any ring that was before you. You also had what's his face? I'm trying to remember right now. After let's see, it was... Yes, I already mentioned you, Rocket, shut up! There was also Cube, which allowed you to turn certain coins into, or rings into blocks. And there was also many others. And this part can be a pain in the ass, because you have a crusher on top of you, and you can sometimes fuck up like I did right here. And something about this stage, once you use the rocket here, those platforms that could help you get to where you have to get will disappear. And also when the thing gets close enough to you, they will disappear, meaning that you'll have to use the rocket to push it back up. Okay, that's good. But then you have the problem that I have right here. The rocket disappears. How am I supposed to push that up again? Which means that I'm pretty much stuck here, and there is no way for me to jump back into the part that I had to go. I was stuck here for a long time, people, a very long time. And there is no way for me to get back up. And what happened there? Did I use all my time charging it up and it didn't work at all? This is why I said we needed more than just rocket. Like, yes, I'm in the area, there's no rocket there, so I can go in here and oops, running out of time, trying to push it back up again, and what the fucking hell. It actually clips, so if you don't push it back up all the way quickly enough, then it can actually crush you. And rocket won't push it all the way by itself. You need to keep using it so that it resets up. Again, this is a part that if you fuck it up, you're pretty much screwed. Like you see right now, I'm trying to get up there, and I spent already 3 or 2 minutes on this. I don't have a double jump link in Sonic Colors, which means that I can't jump over that without a platform. I hate this part of the stage, and I'm sorry that I'm wasting so much time. Actually, what I do is that I leave the stage and I try again from the very beginning. But since I'm such a nice guy, I'm not gonna show that to you. Instead, I am gonna cut through that in a very particular way. So don't worry, we're gonna end this stage soon, because the gold ring is right on top of where we are right now. I just need to break what's on top of me, and then we can get out of here. But again, how am I supposed to do that when I can't use the fucking jump? You know what? Fuck this. Just fuck this. Time alter. Square Axle! And with that done, we can finally finish this fucking stage. God Christ. You have no idea how frustrated I was when this first happened to me. I actually threw the controller at the floor and I had to stop playing for a while just because of how much it annoyed me. I wasted 3 minutes in that. 3 fucking minutes. Those are 3 minutes of my life that I'm never gonna get back. Anyway, let's just end this. The ring is up there. Sonic, hurry the fuck up and get it. Hurry! Fucking hurry! With that done, I finally finished Planet Wisp. Woohoo, S rank on Planet Wisp. Yee. But ladies and gentlemen, that's it. We finished all the stages of Sonic Colors. Not counting the extra missions, we have technically completed all the eras. Which means that the only thing left is to get those Chaos Emeralds and finish this game once and for all.
Dude, there's the emerald. Pretty slick move, huh?
I did like that bit though. I really did.
I was scared because somebody took me, but now I'm free! I'm a free bee! Free bee! Free bee! Whee!
Get the fuck away from me.
Oh, hey!
But anyway, with that done, we can now take care of the extra missions that are in the modern era. And because this playthrough has been going on for so long, we're gonna take them all right now. That is why this part is so long! And now, we are gonna meet the boss that we all wanted and at the same time didn't. I'm imposter, really? Ugh. This game needed more story. This game really needed more story. We need more of a reason of why we're fighting Silver and Shadow. Really? Oh, are you an imposter trying to get the Chaos Emerald? No! I'm the fucking same blue hedgehog that you've met ever since the last game you were in. Fucking cool animation, by the way. Now, the Silver boss fight. Reason why I love it? Number one, the music in this boss fight is just awesome. It's a remix from the original rival battle from Sonic 06, which even though the game is fucking awful, it had an awesome soundtrack and I really do enjoy this track. It just gives you like a pumping feeling of let's fight, let's fight, let's fight, put him up, put him up. Anyway, something I do love about this boss fight, for one, Silver cannot grab you, aka this makes this fight 20 billion times better than the original. Secondly, he tries to do everything to bring you down. It's not grabbing you or scraping your ass with tables, no. This time he actually like tries to shoot cars and all of this debris at you, and when you actually hit him with the boost he like skittles on the ground for like 20 feet and it's just so fucking satisfying. He also uses this new attack which is like some psychokinetic wave that can actually cause you to lose your balance and your footing, which is actually a really cool attack. Silver really did get the upgrade that I believe he deserved, because as a concept for a character and as a concept for gameplay style, I like concept-wise Silver. How he was made is what I actually hated the most about him, but this battle really makes me hope that if Silver does reappear in another game as an actual playable character, that he will be a lot more interesting, especially if we have all of these cool powers. Like, not only can we grab, no, it's not only now you're grabbing boxes, now you're grabbing cars and the enemies, and you can actually grab the fucking buildings. What the fuck? Like that! No, I'm not gonna give up, Silver. Fuck you. Anyway, Marijuana Head here is actually one of my favorite rival battles in this game. My second one would have to be Shadow, just because you can put a Sonic car with it. But I really do love the Silver boss fight. It's incredibly fun, incredibly awesome, and incredibly addicting. Actually, I find myself replaying this boss fight a lot of times when I replay the game. But just warning, you can run out of your boost a lot in these battles, so to get it back you have to crash into cars or rings or Meteor Smash. Yeah, now he's putting to his Tamagami or however you pronounce it, to try and crush you. You know what you do? Just keep running, just keep running, just keep running, and hit him in the head! Fuck you, Silver! And so long, Sonic 06! Actually, when you do defeat Silver, you get an achievement for it. It's called Silver Got Served, and I love the name of that achievement. It's fucking hilarious. But anyway, with that done, we have obtained 1, 2, 3, a 4, a 5, and a 6 Chaos Emerald. That only leaves one left. So, obviously that would be in the boss fight, but we're not gonna do the boss fight. Instead, we are gonna do the extra missions needed to get to the boss fight. Now, I could do this one, and I could change the music for it, but after long consideration, I decided, let me show that I haven't shown off most of the elemental shields, so I better get to that. So, I'm gonna change it to Classic Sonic. I said I'm gonna change it to Classic Sonic. I said I'm gonna change it to Classic Sonic. Sonic, you already will have your turn soon. Go back to your young version. Why didn't I edit this out? Actually, I don't know why I'm complaining about that. I'm doing this post commentary. Could just edit that right now. But I'm feeling lazy actually. I'm just finished a long trip and I'm doing this for you guys as fast as I can. So now what for Classic Sonic? I already know that I need fucking spring! But anyway, let me show you the fire shield. Actually, to get the shields, you need to complete the specific missions in this stage. I mean that to get the electric shield, you need to complete the electric shield mission in City Escape, and to get the fire shield, you need to finish the fire shield mission in Crisis City. You can see, fire doesn't hurt me at all, and neither will the Iblis Worms. The only thing that can hurt me now is bottomless pits and spikes. Which means that I'm pretty much almost fucking God in this stage. And it feels so fucking good. My favorite 2D Sonic game has to be 3 and Knuckles, even though I didn't play it since I was a child, like I played on emulator. But it was just so satisfying to have this ability. It's just so much fun. It actually works almost like a second, like a boost for Classic Sonic because of how far you can go with it. Although that can happen to you if you're not careful about it. So, to finish this stage as fast as you can, you have to use these scissors to get high in order to keep progressing. And just because you're in the fire shield mission doesn't mean that you'll always be getting the fire shield. If you lose the fire shield, you need to continue going without it, and pretty much you're wasting time, and you're pretty much getting hurt. Now stays there. There we go. I fucking love actually how the shield looks in this game. It actually feels like fire instead of just a ball. It actually feels like I'm becoming the fucking sun. And I really do enjoy the aesthetics of what they did. The one problem that it will say though is that one of the abilities you can also get from Sonic 3 and Knuckles is the Insta Shield. When Sonic would create like this wind sharpie blade around him. I'm gonna call it that. I know it might be wrong, but that's how I describe it. I always thought it was. Like he creates with his spike like this wind blade around him, and it could help him to survive getting hit by enemies because he would destroy the enemy. But in this game, it doesn't work that well. It actually works horribly, and that's why I'm saying only to the fire shield. I could show you the other missions, but I already put those parts up, so sorry. And I'm not gonna do a part dedicated to all the missions. You can do that yourself or watch a video on YouTube. But yeah, the shield missions are actually kinda easy, but I actually think they're the most fun because you can experiment a lot with the shields, and I always find myself trying new things with them. Anyway, next up is Expagonia. Expagonia, what? Yes, Spagonia has expired, so we'll see you in the funeral. Christ, that was dark. Anyway, we're gonna do one of my favorite missions because of how fucking ridiculous it is. This is the rail grinding rooftop run. You could think that it would be Sonic grinding on rails, but close but no cigar. Instead, we're gonna use the snowboarding that we use in City Escape on Spagonia. Now this sounds pretty cool, right? And it actually is. I just find the concept of it kind of ridiculous. But the thing that I find even more ridiculous is that sometimes you're going up up the stairs or up a hill or just straight and you're not going like down. So I actually wonder how Sonic without the boost would get the speed that he requires to get the S rank here. But I do really enjoy this mission. It's actually quite really fun. For some reason it reminds me of Snowboard Kids for the DS. And I don't know, I just like the whole suspension of disbelief of this stage. Like, you go through the entire modern Sonic stage with the snowboard, just doing cool tricks, killing robots. It's actually really quite fun. I really do enjoy this mission a lot, and it's actually my favorite mission in the entire game, just because of how fucking ridiculous it is. Might not be a good reason, but it works for me, so fuck you. My video, my comment, hehe. But anyway, with that said, this mission can actually be a bit tricky because the snowboard controls work well for snowboarding, but might not work the best for... What the fuck are we doing? We're going up the clock tower on a snowboard. How the fuck is this possible again? Anyway, going back to what I was saying, the snowboard controls work for what they're trying to do, but they don't work too well for platforming. So, unless you practice this mission a bit, don't be surprised if you find yourself dying a lot in this mission. Because the controls for this work well, but not as good as the actual platforming controls. And I don't know why I'm picturing now Sonic singing some kind of song by The Offspring or some song from Tony Skateboarder or something of the such. And actually, with the snowboard itself, you can actually do the quick step like you did in the original version to dodge all this stuff, but it's a bit wonkier with... Yes, wonkier. It's a bit strange doing it with the snowboard. Like, it reacts a bit of a delay, so keep that in mind. But anyway, that's the Flagonia mission. We now have 2 of the 3 keys that we desire. And now, I already said that I was going to do the pattern changing between each of the characters. I was going to do classic, modern, classic, modern, classic, modern with the missions. But instead of doing that, I'm going to show you my second favorite mission, which is surprisingly Planet Wisp, which is a modern mission testing all of the abilities that you have practiced and obtained so far. And this mission is designed to be hard and to give you some difficulty. And Sonic, what the fuck are you doing? Go forward, thank you. Now, to get the key that is over there, you need to do the... Well, first of all, I need to get up there to do the mission, thank you. Yeah, something that I should mention. The acoustic remixes start getting a bit... I don't like the acoustic remix of Planet Wisp because of how it was done originally, and that piano that they're having there is really bothersome. Wait, what's that song? Eggman? So we're fighting Eggman now. Interesting, interesting. And with my favorite Eggman theme, E-G-G-M-A-N. Not the Duck Robotnik mix, the original rock version by Jun Senoue, and I think his name was Paul Shortino. But anyway, now we're gonna do the final mission for which is the name is Action Master, which means that we're gonna use all of the abilities that we got until this point, meaning the light speed dash, jumping from wall to wall, sliding, stomping, quick step, homing attack. We're gonna use all those abilities right now to test if we're really worthy of being called Sonic the Hedgehog. I really do enjoy. And I think this is the sunset equivalent to Planet Wisp. And I really do enjoy the particles that are going around. And another reason why I really do love this mission so much, because the entire mission is in the outside area of Planet Wisp. Like I mentioned before, I love how that area looks, so those are 2 pluses in my book. But again, it has the bland version of the song. Like, I was always so tempted to edit out all of the sound effects and everything from this game, or at least this stage in the game, so that I could show you the original version, just because of how good it was. Like, I originally thought Trauma Center music in my Sonic, but then I found it so relaxing and funky and good that I forgot about the Trauma Center part, and I just kept digging it. By the way, I might do a Trauma Center playthrough in the future, so keep up for that. That is a fucking long light speed dash there. Now this is where the missions start getting a bit tricky, because it starts adding those electrical barriers that we saw before in Spagonia. You need to be able to wall jump from wall to wall at the correct time, otherwise either the barrier will block you or you will get shocked. If you get shocked, well, you lose your rings, but also if you stick up to the wall too much, ow! You stick up to the wall too much, you can actually slide down so quickly that you actually, ow! That you end up falling down. So with that in mind, this mission is actually really damn fun. A really good test to see if you have learned the ropes for the game and to get you ready for the final boss fight, which did not use his skills at all. No, it doesn't. Spoiler. But anyway, with that done, we have finished all the missions, and now we can get the final key, get the artwork. I said key. Well, now we have to see this animation twice. Sorry. Sonic, control better, please. I really do wonder what boss we're gonna fight with that music, though. Curiouser and curiouser. Unfortunately, we won't find out this part. So, ladies and gentlemen, next time we meet, we're gonna take on the final era boss and the final boss of the game. I hope you're ready for this. I'm the RunnerGuitar, and I'll see you next time on Sonic Generations.